Hey everybody, welcome back.
Hey, everyone.
So today, you've probably noticed from the title, we're going to be talking about monsters, basically.
Secret spooky monsters that we've never heard about.
From state to state.
Yeah.
So let's start looking at the tier list. Monsters of every state. Start looking at the tier list.
Oh, I think there's some feedback.
Monsters of every state. Yeah.
So hold on.
Sorry about that.
Difficulty.
There we go. Okay, starting in Alabama. The gigantic wild boar. Now, this isn't even like a cryptid or like, I wouldn't even call this a monster.
No. Let's go to the next one.
Forgot to add to the string.
They didn't see it.
Nope. Okay, now they can.
Skip past that story.
Yeah, that's just a big pig.
A giant rolling wild boar.
Yeah, not much to see there. In Alaska,
there's a monster called Kushtaka. The gist.
A were-otter?
Were-otter?
A were-otter.
As in a person who transforms into an otter.
Oh my god. A were-otter.
Oh my god.
Okay. I think I've heard it all now. What state is this in?
Let me put my banner up.
Huh?
No, I need to put banner up. Can you go back to our dashboard?
Oh yeah, that's right. Just so everyone knows, this is fair use commentary. Okay, back to the were-otter. Okay. Let's see what giant wolves that might be
descendants of a species of prehistoric bear dogs persist in the mythos of Alaska. Those of us who were bored to within an inch of our life by the Liam Neeson movie The Grey might let out a slow, steady yawn. I mean, sure, you can enjoy Legend of Prehistoric Wolf Creatures if you wish, or you can have a person who shapeshifts into an otter.
I personally am pro were-otter.
Supernatural otter.
This is definitely a monster I can get behind.
Are you afraid yet?
Oh, I am absolutely terrified.
We'll wait and see if we have some scary ones in there. So far, this just sounds cute.
So far, we have a big pig and an adorable transformation.
Yeah.
Okay, Arizona. The monster, the
Mogollon monster.
A 7-foot-tall Bigfoot-like creature with bad BO. Okay.
A lot of creatures give out a bad scent.
Sorry to break this to everybody, but that's just my Uncle Richie. Sorry. Yeah. Not a monster, just very hairy, smelly guy who's quite tall. So far, nothing crazy. Okay, Arkansas. Oh, the video's unavailable. The Forky monster. 7-foot-tall Squatch-like, smells really, really, really bad. Okay,
again, a hunter that...
just another big smelly guy. Or a guy who's... This is probably what most of them are. It's probably a guy in a ghillie suit who's covered himself in some kind of animal urine to try and attract animals to hunt. That's probably what it is.
Sounds like
not a Bigfoot, not a Squatch.
Stink ape or all those other...
Skunk ape, yeah. Is there one called the stink ape?
No, I think it's a skunk ape.
Oh, there's probably a stink ape. Okay, California. All right.
All right. California, what do you got for me?
The space brain.
The space brain. The gist is a large bluish creature that resemble human brains, surrounded by a hazy aura or a mist.
Ooh. 2 young men getting into a car one night in Palos Verdes, California. That is incredibly close to where we are.
Yes.
Were understandably startled to turn on their headlights and see 2 brains glowing in the middle of the road. I'd be pretty freaked out too.
Yeah.
At least one of the brains had a large eye in the middle of it. Its brain head thing. They quickly sped away from their strange sighting. One man, John Hodges,
dropping the other Peter Rodriguez off at his house before Hodges returned to his own home. So he still had to go home with this monster that he thinks is out there. So the only trick, 2 hours had gone missing from the night when Hodges underwent hypnosis. Later, his story of what happened that night became significantly more exciting when it was revealed that he returned home to find the brains waiting for him.
Ooh. Bum, bum, bum.
That's the exciting part. But alas, the story didn't end there. It turned out that Hodges had experienced another blackout. A blackout within a blackout. If you're keeping score at home. So
that's a lot of blackouts.
Yeah. And awoke in the control room of an alien aircraft where he encountered boring old slit-mouthed gray aliens who explained that the brains weren't awesome autonomous beings, but rather organic translation devices. Hodges was shown B-roll footage of nuclear explosions and warned that humanity was wielding too much power and that there'd be a time that draws near for something crazy coming. Anyway, he was returned to his car, or maybe Hodges says he was in the car all along and holographically projected onto the ship.
Okay, yeah, sure.
To deliver his warning to virtually no one at all, except the doctor who agreed to give him the hypnosis therapy. So blue lights were again noted in the area sometime in 2011, leading at least one online ufologist to question if the lights might signal the return of the space brains. So the return of the space brains, sounds like a bad 70s, 60s movie.
Yeah, that sounds like really bad old sci-fi. Actually, I would be surprised if there is a Return of the Space Brains. Okay, I think I actually have this one solved. Yeah. Being a local in this area. Okay, me and my buddy, we used to actually drive around Palos Verdes quite frequently. It's a cool area, really nice scenery. There's a guy that lives up there who it freaked us the heck out when we saw it. But he flies around a remote control blimp that happens to be like a bluish color.
Oh, wow.
It actually changes color. It's got changing lights. And yeah, that's probably what it was. And another crazy story from that area. Not Palos Verdes, but the kind of Palos Verdes adjacent in San Pedro. The same buddy, his ex-girlfriend, her brother had went. There's this legend in San Pedro of this haunted house, the Vanderbilt house. That it's a haunted house and there's ghost dogs. Well, he claimed that he jumped the fence to the house and he got bitten by a ghost dog. It was a glowing green ghost dog.
I thought it was his
ex-girlfriend's brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Your buddy's ex-friend. I know the buddy you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So years later, I'm working with someone who is from San Pedro, an older woman. And I ask her about the Vanderbilt house. And she says, "Oh, yeah, I know them. People constantly break into their house." I told her about the story, and she was like, "Yeah, they had to get Rottweilers because people kept jumping over the fence. He probably just got bit by one of them."
Wow.
Yeah, so not a haunted house, just an old house with real dogs, not ghost dogs. He was also probably high.
Oh.
Knowing him, he was probably high. So I feel like this is a cool story, but I think it's kind of solved.
Yeah.
No floating brains in the hills of Palos Verdes. So anyone
I've never seen any floating brains.
We've been to Palos Verdes many times, and believe me, no floating brains.
Lovely scenery, though.
Oh, beautiful place. Let's see, where is this? Colorado. Okay. The Slide Rock Boulder?
The Slide Rock Boulder.
And
it's a tourist eating land whale.
What?
A land whale.
Okay, if it's something that big, there has to be actual photos, right? A land whale. In the steepest mountains, it waits. The fearsome Slide Rock Boulder, whose entire reason for being seems to be to eat tourists. It generally resembles a whale.
With adaptations
to a tail. Okay. This seems a little far-fetched.
Yeah.
So the picture of it, let's see.
Looks like a giant piranha.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna call shenanigans on this one.
I'm gonna say there was just a boulder that ran down the mountain, flew down the mountain.
Yeah. I'm going with landslide.
Yeah.
Not land whale.
Boulder. It was probably a boulder.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Connecticut.
Melon heads. So that's a diminutive human with a gigantic head, bulbous eyes, long limbs, and a small torso.
That just sounds like an unfortunate looking guy. Okay, in the back roads of Connecticut lives some sort of monstrous regional
embodiment of a Sawney beantail. Giant melon-headed cannibals stalk the back roads of southwest Connecticut, terrorizing those who trespass onto their property. Depending on who you ask, they're either escaped insane asylum patients, descendants of a family cast out during colonial times for witchcraft, or members of an incestuous backwoods clan. Or there are people with hydrocephalus, an actual medical condition causing an abnormally large head.
Probably.
Details on what they'd actually do if they caught you are scarce. Despite their purported cannibalistic past, the melonheads are skittish and afraid of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Melonheads.
Yeah.
That sounds like a candy. Wait, wasn't there a candy called melon heads back in the day?
I know there's lemon heads. There's probably a melon head.
I think there used to be a candy called melon heads.
Probably. Connecticut, got to get better monsters. This is a poor excuse for monsters, Connecticut.
And I like melons. Give me a little personal watermelon.
Yeah, it's good. Your monster sounds like a snack. Sorry, just gotta put it out there. Delaware, I got nothing. Delaware
dwellers. Any non-Bigfoot monsters to report? Anybody out there in Delaware?
Nope. Florida. That looks very squatchish. Skunk ape.
Skunk ape. Of course, it's on here.
Yep. Okay. Don't really need to go over this. Smelly Bigfoot. Bigfoot smells bad. Again, probably one of my uncles. Georgia.
The Altamaha.
A 20-foot long serpent that lives in the
mouth of the Altamaha River.
That sounds like an anaconda.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad times. I've seen videos of anacondas going after things. It doesn't look fun.
Yeah.
Those are some big snakes.
Yeah.
Big snakes.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's anything else to say about it, but it's probably someone had an anaconda and it got too big for their house, and they were like, well, I can't keep this. It's going to eat me. I can't buy food for it because it's getting so big. It's probably something like that.
It says there are already alligators in the river, so pretty much diminishing the need for something to fill the predator niche of monster, because alligators are already horrific man-eating monsters and animated prehistoric fossils. So why make up anything else?
Yeah, pretty much. Hawaii. Okay, what do we got?
Mannequin.
Mischievous 6-inch to 2-foot tall people who roam the forest at night. So gnomes. We got island gnomes. Most monsters we hear of don't consist on a diet of bananas and fish.
Wait a second. They don't even go after livestock.
How is this?
Or
how is this a monster?
Or anything. It says that they just pull some occasionally mean-spirited pranks on people. So, a jerk?
Yeah, it sounds like gnomes. Or not elves, but like, yeah. Or pixies.
Oh, no. It was on Coast to Coast AM.
Of
course it was on Coast to Coast AM.
George Norrie. Gotta love him. Yeah. I do encourage everyone to check out Coast to Coast AM.
It's really...
You will hear
quiet.
some of the craziest things you've ever heard. I'm surprised that show can even exist.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's what they say, it looks like it's just a little small fat jelly fella who wants some bananas. Give him some bananas. Be nice to him. Bananas and fish. Good time. Idaho. That just looks like an alligator.
Bear Lake Monster. An alligator with flaming red eyes.
Come on. Yeah. I don't even want to waste time on that one because it's probably just an alligator someone let loose.
Have you seen some of those gigantic alligators that roam in the United States in some places? You'll see videos online. If you want to see what that might be, go to, I think one of them is even called like the Tank or something like that.
Yeah.
It's really big.
Well, even here in the South Bay, we had Reggie the alligator.
Yeah, in Harbor Park.
Yeah. So it's not uncommon for an alligator to be in the wrong place.
Yeah.
People get pet alligators.
They get too big and they have to release it somewhere.
Yeah. Or it bites them and they're like, oh, I'm not going to keep this thing in my house. It bit me. It's going to get big and eat me. Illinois. That just looks like an anteater. Turtle bottom monster?
Turtle bottoms monster. It's a hairy man-sized anteater looking creature.
Those exist.
Well,
Yeah, anteaters get pretty dang big. I think that just might be a big anteater.
yeah.
Indiana. The green-clawed beast.
Oh.
Okay. Neither witness got a good look, but all illustrations basically look like the gill man from Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I remember those movies.
Okay. It's... Okay. Yeah. Don't think so.
No.
Nope.
Not buying it.
Nope, not at all. Iowa. That looks like... Okay, I got a story about this. Oddly enough, I have a story about a big old snapping turtle. Okay, so my dad, I think his friend wanted him to get rid of it for him. He had an alligator turtle. Guess where he put it?
In the trailer?
Harbor Park.
Oh, shoot.
Same place Reggie was.
Okay.
So, and I've just found out that these snapping turtles get big. Like, I'm talking like, probably like 4 feet long.
Well, they haven't taken over because I always see geese and ducks and stuff like that in the waters.
Yeah. Well, it probably doesn't eat all of them.
It's just a giant snapping turtle.
Yeah. Yeah, gigantic snapping turtle.
People bring things over here illegally that you're not supposed to have all the time.
Yeah. And like I said, my dad put one in Harbor Park, so not unusual. People get these things, think they're cool, and then they can't handle them anymore.
Kansas, they couldn't find anything.
Nothing in Kansas? Well, you know why. Because anytime anything crazy happens, you're scooped up by a tornado and taken to Oz.
Yeah.
And that's where all the crazy stuff happens. Now, if we had a list for Oz, it'd probably be like a mile long. Kentucky. Oh, come on.
The Hobbit. The monsters, the Hopkinsville goblins. Short, green, large-eared, bulging eyes on the side of their head.
Okay. None of these monsters are good. Like, we had the brains. Those ones were interesting, but this is just...
Yeah.
When are we going to get to, like, something good, like the Rougarou?
I don't know.
Hopefully. Oh, Louisiana's next. Oh, it's just a puppy. Oh, little cute puppy. Oh, there we go.
There's the Rougarou. Nocturnal were creatures, most often taking a wolfish shape.
If you've seen any movies at all, you know that Louisiana hides many paranormal secrets. And in those swamps, somewhere is a strange creature. A person who can transform into an animal. Usually it's a wolfish canine. So basically a werewolf. Swamp werewolf. But sometimes it's not... taking instead the shape of horses, cows, chickens, or even, yes, otters?
The Alaska Holler? I hope that's on here.
Well, that was the were-otter, I think. So the
okay.
Rougarou is also a were-otter? The Rougarou just gets cooler and cooler. Not only does it have the coolest name, but now it can turn... It's a were-chicken? It's a were-cow? A were-horse? Hell yeah! That's a very versatile monster right there.
Yeah, it is.
You know, not many monsters can pull off that many different shapeshifts. It's almost like whatchamacallit, the Skinwalkers. They can basically turn into anything. which is probably just an excuse for someone who did something was like, it wasn't me. The cat's a skinwalker. Yeah, it did it.
Mm.
It's like, yeah, okay. I think you're drunk, Glenn. Time to go lay down. So, yeah, I'm totally down for the Rougarou. The Rougarou so far, number one monster on the list. Number 2, I'd say, is the brains. Maine, okay. The main mystery is probably just a dog.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, probably a big dog. Okay, that one's...
So now over to Maryland.
The Goat Man.
Goat Man. Why are they always trying to disparage goats? Goats are just cute little farm creatures.
They'll eat my crops, though.
They prevent fires around here.
So it's basically...
And in Palos Verdes.
Yeah, it's a weregoat. But yeah, it's always cool when they bring the goats out to clear all the brush from the hills.
Yeah.
That's always a fun time. It does start smelling like goat poop for a while, but you know, at least we don't have brush fires. It's an axe-wielding half-goat, half-man monster, and is said to try to attack cars with the axe. Huh.
Attack cars with an axe?
Yeah. Where'd the goat get the axe? Did it go to Harbor Freight and buy it? They have great deals there at Harbor Freight Tools. I'm telling you. It's just about anything you want there. Go in there with a handful of change, you'll walk out of there with a reciprocating saw. Massachusetts. Huh. Okay. The Dover Demon.
A large bulbous head with orange eyes and no mouth or nose. Long limbs with long fingers. Fleshy sandpaper textured skin. Well, has somebody touched it to know that it has sandpaper-like skin?
Yeah, that's a good question. How do you know? Did you shake its hand? Hey, buddy, how's it going? Oh, geez, your skin's quite rough. Okay, teenagers reported seeing a bizarre creature. What they first thought to be a dog or a cat turned out to be something much weirder. A hairless, peach-colored creature with a watermelon-shaped head, lidless eyes like orange marbles, a demonstrably long...
disproportionately long appendages for its 4-foot frame. In the days after, several unrelated witnesses came forward with similar accounts of a creature clinging to the rocks.
Okay. Sounds creepy as hell, but pretty much every creature has eyelids.
Yeah.
You get really dry eyes if you don't have those. And also, I keep hearing all these things about hairless creatures out in the wild. Creatures usually have hair if they're, out in the wild. Except for reptiles.
Or something like that.
Except for it may have been a large reptile, I guess. Actually, large bulbous head with orange eyes. Oh, no mouth or nose. Okay. What are you afraid of then? If it has no mouth.
Float by you and be cute like a Pokemon?
Is it going to sand you down with its hand? Like, what are you afraid of if it doesn't have a mouth? It can't bite you? Yeah, that doesn't sound that bad. Michigan. The Michigan Dog Man. man's body with the dog's head.
A guy with a beard.
Or a guy with a Halloween mask. The year was 1887. Okay, not a Halloween mask. And the guys were two lumberjacks chasing what they thought was a dog.
Why are they chasing a dog and poking at it with a stick?
Yeah, they
I already don't like
began
this story.
to poke at it with a stick. At this point, the animal raised itself up on 2 feet and revealed itself as some sort of man-dog thing. Lumberjacks ran away terrified, which is funny because the beast never showed any aggression.
Just defensive maneuvering.
Yeah.
So, come on. Don't torture animals.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like the first time they saw a bear.
Yeah, but you don't go up to an animal and start poking it with a stick.
Yeah, why'd you chase it?
Story.
I would need a little bit more information on why they were chasing it in the first place. Like, why are you chasing a dog? If you thought it was a dog, why are you chasing it? You guys are assholes.
I've heard of the Wendigo.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie about the Wendigo? I think there was. But anyways, I've heard of the Wendigo.
The spirit that's more than 15 feet tall with glowing eyes, long yellow fangs, long tongue, and yellowish skin. Okay, that picture has a deer head. Probably just a big deer.
That they cornered you.
Let's see. No. Okay.
Wait, if he claimed to have killed at least 14 of these creatures,
where's the bodies? Where's the skeletons?
And said one of which led to his arrest for murder. His defense, the woman he'd murder was mid-transformation into a Wendigo. The story has a sad ending, though. Before going to court, he unalived himself. Sadder for the woman, though, she was still dead.
Yeah, again, that's just someone who did something bad and was like, oh, it wasn't me. Of course I had to kill it. It was a Wendigo. Or Wendigo. However you say it. I've heard both ways. Quite frankly, I don't think either of them matter.
From show to show, it changes.
Yeah. Ooh, Mississippi. This one's gonna
Some of these aren't very secret.
No, none of these are secret, actually. All
right, that's just an alien tale. The Pascagoula aliens.
Yeah, that's not anything secret. Missouri. Oh, that's a cute little dragon thing.
Dragons?
Large flying serpents.
Elliot lives?
Awesome!
I always wanted a dragon.
Yeah, so do I. Let's see. Back in the hard times of 1857 to 58, there were stories of flying serpents that hovered over a Missouri River steamboat, slowing for a landing. Maybe that's like around the time that Pete's Dragon was supposed to be, right? Huh.
I don't know if it was that old, but
yeah. Okay, dragons. Cool. I like dragons. Dragons are cool. Montana. Flathead Lake Monster. Oh, there's a video on this one.
we'll only watch it for commentary purposes. We'll watch it.
At times, it looks like the Erie Land.
They show anything?
396 feet deep and covers 120 modern freshwater research laboratories in the
I'm
United
seeing
States.
a lot of
And
nothing.
this is their classroom.
That is a
A
dog.
dog.
Oh, cute little wet doggy.
All right.
5.
Fish.
The 70 speed goat.
Okay, that's absolutely nothing. So, yeah. Don't watch that video. There's nothing there. Measuring between 20 and 40 feet eel-like at maximum depth of 370 feet. Flathead Lake is certainly a good place for a monster to hide. Okay, first off, if a monster is 20 to 40 feet and the depth is 370 feet, that really isn't, that's basically a fish tank for it. That's not big enough for a creature that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, 370 feet is big, but not for something that's 40 feet long.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about like the size, throw a goldfish in a fish tank, a decent sized fish tank. An apex predator like that needs a large area to hunt. It would have eaten every damn fish in that lake.
Yeah. They have to keep its energy up.
We're
moving on to Nebraska.
That looks like a picture of a kangaroo.
The phantom kangaroo. It's a kangaroo.
It's not even a real
Somebody brought
kangaroo.
over here.
It's a ghostly kangaroo. It's a phantom kangaroo. So sometimes it's not what you see, but where you see it. Nebraska Chief Cryptid is also very publicly a hoax. Okay, so why are you putting it in this list?
Yeah.
Not even gonna finish reading that. Okay, for Nevada.
Tahoe Tessie. Okay, so we have another lake monster.
Monster in a lake.
Heard it before. Not
Been there,
impressed.
done that. New Hampshire. Aliens.
Everyone knows what aliens are.
Come on.
Moving on. Oh, Jesus.
New Jersey. Ooh, the Jersey Devil. Okay.
The head of a horse, wings of a bat, and a forked tail with hooved goat feet.
Sweet.
Again, disparaging the goat, but that sounds like an interesting animal.
Yeah, that seems like a cool monster. Don't even act
Seems like
surprised.
a good Pokemon.
Yeah. You knew it was heading here. One of our country's oldest monsters who started life in the 13th as a 13th child born to someone named Mother Leeds in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. 13 children. Jeez. Well, the Duggars have them beat.
Yeah. Well, we get the gist of it.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil. It's a big old monster thing. Eats people, probably not.
But not a secret monster.
Yeah, not a secret. Not a secret monster.
Now the Brains, we live around here. That was a secret.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that one.
Yeah.
Spring-heeled Jack. Stories mostly originating in England say that he looked like something in between
Satan and Batman. And then you could jump really, really high.
Batman's not a monster. Tales of Spring-heeled Jack originated in England. They told of a man, maybe a man, who would prowl the streets and attack people before leaping and bounding off. He had bat-like wings and sometimes red eyes. While those first reports came out of 1830s London, other sightings followed through the years. And 100 or so years later, Jack started paying visits to Americans. Ooh. First to Silver City, New Mexico in 1938, and Cape Cod shortly after.
Oh gosh, the way rumors float around and Game of Telephone plays out, and then you've got this really crazy looking monster. Sorry.
Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, their computer started playing a commercial for something.
Yeah, just out of the blue. You must have said the S word.
Well, I was on Wikipedia, so I don't know. Does Wikipedia have ads with sound?
I don't think so. Oh, back to Spring-Heeled Jack. Probably just a human-shaped pogo stick. Pro from the Roswell aliens. Probably. Aww.
Oh, we have the
Montauk
monster. Again, not a secret monster.
Yeah, and I believe like when they
it's
did the
a raccoon.
Yeah, they did the DNA testing on it. It was a raccoon that had been out in the ocean for a long time, and it was like just really got
when
messed
they
up.
showed the skeleton and what they looked like, then you would understand exactly what you're seeing.
Yeah,
what you're looking at there. But without being able to look at the skeleton, it does look really crazy.
Yeah.
So,
North Carolina sewer monsters.
No, I haven't heard of this one. So like sewer monster sounds like a good lead up to a poop joke, right? Well, it may have been in the past, but we're talking about the future now. And the future is now. Let's skip to where they actually talk about
some weird, gross.
North Carolina sewer monster means some weird, gross, slimy thing pulsating on camera in private sewer system in Raleigh. The internet was abuzz. Was this our new slime mold overload? Aliens? Worms? It probably was worms or some other sadly terrestrial thing.
I think I remember seeing the story. And it was just a big pocket of maggots.
Not surprised.
Yeah. North Dakota. Let's see what you got for us.
The Thunderbird. A modern day
pterosaur.
So, again, we've heard of this.
Big bird.
Not secret.
Big bird.
Jurassic Park, pretty big movie.
Yeah. Probably started off with someone who saw something up in the sky and their imagination got away from them. They were like, oh, that was a pterodactyl.
Petey?
Yeah.
Wasn't that his name? Or the pterodactyl? Petrie. That's it. Petrie.
Yeah.
From Land Before Time. My son used to watch that movie all the time.
Yeah, I'm going with it was just a big bird and someone thought it was a pterodactyl or something. Doubtful it could have been a pterodactyl. Don't think those are around anymore.
Yeah, I think we'd see them if they were out there.
Yeah. A lot of bird watchers out there. I think someone would have saw that by now. Also, by the way, what year was this? Oh, seems recently it's 2009. But here's the thing about the pterodactyl. The vision that we have of a pterodactyl, is like a flying reptile. No, they would have had feathers.
Yeah.
So, probably a big bird.
The Loveland frog. So he's a 3-foot tall, froggish humanoid. Okay, that's secret. I haven't heard of that before.
No, neither have I. The story of the Loveland frog starts maybe with that 1955 sighting, which occurred when a traveling businessman passing through Loveland late at night saw 3 frog-faced creatures under a bridge. I'm sorry, those are
one of the frogs was holding a rod that seemed to shoot sparks.
Okay, I'm sorry, everybody.
Flipped back on the paranormal. Oh my God!
These are just a couple of my cousins who are playing with Roman candles. Sorry, yeah, the frog face. I get it. how about we stop making fun of them? You know, they are who they are. They may have froggy faces, but they're just people. Frog-faced, leathery skin lizard thing stared back before scurrying off. Another report claims that only 2 weeks later, yet another police officer saw the creature and did what we would all do: tried to shoot it. Okay.
I wouldn't try to shoot a cryptid, a crazy
that sounds
animal
like
that I've never seen before.
I don't think that's a justifiable shoot.
No.
As the story got handed down the line, the second officer attempted to put a kibosh on it by claiming that it was probably just someone's pet lizard, which is exactly what you would expect someone who'd been paid off by the reptilian conspiracy to say. Oklahoma octopus.
Wow.
Freshwater octopus. Octopus that are basically the greatest creatures on Earth. They solve puzzles, have feelings, have self-awareness, and play around with the best of them. I mean, seriously, for someone that lives
2 years, they make the most of it, and are also thus proof that if there is a God, the octopus is a sad joke taken too far. Unfortunately, when legends arise about freshwater octopods, they tend to get ugly. They go from playful to man-eating and are used as a convenient way to explain random drownings. But in the biggest BS flag of all time, these supposedly horse-sized octopods crop up in man-made lakes.
Yeah.
Nice try defaming the octopus, Oklahoma, but no dice.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what they
I don't
said.
think an octopus wants to go to Oklahoma. Not a lot of water in Oklahoma. Ooh, in Oregon. Giant squid.
Giant squid.
Again, this, for one, is not even a cryptid. This is a real thing.
Yeah.
There are giant squids out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't want to mess with one.
No. Yeah.
Pennsylvania. The Green Man. A roaming man without a face.
Puffing cigarette smoke out of the side of his cheeks.
Yeah, it's probably just a guy in one of the suits who's smoking.
Yeah.
There's always a story of living ghost, a person doomed to a lifetime of solitary existence because of some. The Green Man who walks country roads outside Pittsburgh is said to be a former lineman who was in an electrical accident and melted his face. Well, if he's a ghost, he doesn't have a face anymore. Why would his face be melted as a ghost?
I don't know.
Okay, this one's stupid. Rhode Island. Mercy Brown.
Mercy Brown.
That just looks like a little
I've
little
heard
girl.
of that.
Corpse of a young girl killed by tuberculosis that never decomposes, so a vampire more or less. If you died of TB, then how are you alive? Okay, so vampire. Let's see. South Carolina. The Lizard Man.
Of scape or swamp.
Ooh, giant lizard man with green scaly skin. I'm down for that. 1988, teenager Christopher Davids reports a fantastic sight in Lee County, South Carolina. After repairing a flat tire, Davids heard a loud thump and turned around. 2 red eyes caught his gaze, and the creature ran right toward them. I have a feeling if a giant lizard man. First off, lizards are fast, like super fast.
Yeah, they are.
I saw a lizard the other day, and it was quick as hell, and it was just a little guy. So I don't think you'd be able to outrun a giant lizard. He jumped in his car, which the creature attacked as David attempted to drive away. Police later found a 14-inch long, 3-toed footprint at Skateboard Swamp. And reports of giant lizard man stalking the area began to circulate. Again, a game of telephone.
Yeah.
Though some claimed hoax, subsequent sightings have occurred with reports of livestock mutilations. And
the jackasses that do this animal mutilation for fun to freak people out, you're just cruel and it should be stopped.
Yeah.
Because some of those are on purpose.
Oh, 100%. Okay, this is South Dakota.
If not all. I don't know.
Takuhi. Bigfoot. Okay.
Yeah, Bigfoot seems to be in a lot of states.
Yeah, and again, not secret.
The Bell Witch, not a secret. And the Bell Witch, it's just a story that the man wrote. I mean,
yeah,
he wrote this stuff. There was no evidence or anything, so
yeah.
No. So
Okay.
moving over to Texas.
Texas, black-eyed kids, creepy
I've
children
heard
with
of the black-eyed
odd
kids.
mannerisms and completely black eyes.
I know there's contact lenses that you can get to look like that.
Yeah. Does it give a year? 1998? Yeah, I think they had those in 1998. Marilyn Manson used them. And yeah, so yeah, probably just some kids who were trying to freak people out with some black contact lenses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Utah, the Skinwalker. Okay, we already know about
Skinwalkers.
the Skinwalker.
I love me some
Skinwalker
Skinwalkers.
Ranch.
Where to start? If you were ever a Coast to Coast AM listener, yes, I am, which I was for a long time, you surely came across tales of the Skinwalker Ranch. Not to be confused with Skywalker Ranch. 480-acre property located in northern Utah, which is pretty much a hotbed for paranormal and interstellar activity. Okay, I've heard of Skywalker Ranch too, and isn't it owned by some rich aerospace guy?
I think.
Yeah. Okay, so Skinwalkers again, shapeshifters, can basically turn into anything.
I think everybody knows what a Skinwalker is. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Monster champ.
I've heard of Champ.
Long serpent-like body, or maybe it's just neck of
the
a
people in the
plesiosaur.
area are proud of their Champ mascot.
Yeah, but again, first off, plesiosaurs probably didn't look the way we think they looked.
Yeah,
because if you look at, say, I've said this before, a penguin skeleton. It looked like it had if you were to find just a penguin skeleton and didn't know what a penguin was, you would think this thing had a gigantic neck, which it does not. It's just got a very long, well, I guess it is its neck. But let me, I need to show people this. Okay, so this is a penguin skeleton. Now tell me if that looks like it would be a very long-necked creature.
The only thing is it has a short tail.
Oh, this,
Yeah,
a penguin does.
Yeah.
But like, look at like what a penguin looks like compared to a penguin skeleton.
Yeah. Again, with the Montauk monster and the raccoon, it looks really crazy, but that's if you look at the skeleton, you'll see.
Yeah. Also, if you look very closely at the penguin skeleton, they're crouching. Always crouching.
Mm-hmm.
That must be very uncomfortable. I'm sorry, penguins. You guys are cute and all, but that must really suck.
That's probably just the way they sit.
No, that's how they walk.
Oh.
That's a penguin standing up. See?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now were plesiosaurs, did they look like giant penguins? That's my question.
Did somebody release their penguin into the wild? No, we know that Nessie is fake because it was a hoax.
Yeah. So yeah, another they think it's a plesiosaur.
Yeah.
You know, aren't there other water dinosaurs that they could use other than the plesiosaur? It's always a plesiosaur. It's never something else. Virginia. Okay, the bunny
man.
A man in a bunny suit wielding an axe. Okay, that is horrifying, but not a monster.
Yeah.
That
I wouldn't want to see that at night while I'm taking a walk.
No, I would not.
It has no supernatural powers or freakish appearance.
Just a man and hanging out in a bunny suit holding an axe. Okay, this is Washington. The Bat Squatch.
I've heard of the Bat Squatch.
The Bat Squatch.
Remember I told you about the Bat Squatch?
Yes. So I'd say first reported in 1980, the Bat Squatch is said to have purple skin, piercing red eyes, and a head resembling a cross between an ape and a bat. According to unknowncreatures.com, a peer-reviewed online science journal, some believe it is actually a flying primate. But researchers claim that it's more closely joined to a fruit bat of North America. Like I was showing you yesterday, those giant bats that are freaking adorable.
Yeah.
Okay, so that it's a big bat. Oh, the Mothman.
Totally not a secret.
Yeah, not a secret, but again,
A large man with wings and red eyes.
The Bat Squatch and the Mothman sound like the exact same creature.
Yeah.
Which are probably both just giant bats. Tale of West Virginia's UFO-ish Flatwoods monster has already been wonderfully covered for this site. Let's see. Any new information on it? 7-foot tall flying man with 10-foot wings. As they raced away from the car, they ran straight into another one of the creatures, or maybe the same one. This sounds exactly like the plot from Jeepers Creepers. I think Jeepers Creepers just stole this story. Okay, so the Mothman. We all know and love the Mothman. Wish it was real, but it definitely isn't.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Oh, I've heard of the Beast of Bray Road.
It's either a giant bear, giant wolf, or a squatch. Just spice things up. we'll say it's all three. We saw that documentary where they tested all this Sasquatch evidence.
We also saw that episode of remember that show where they went to two places and they would debunk stuff?
Yeah.
Or prove it?
Yeah.
Fact or faked?
Yeah.
They did something on the Beast of Bray Road.
Yeah. Most likely a bear. I think most of the times when there's squatchish stuff going on and they find evidence like hair or poop or something like that, it's a bear.
I think it was with Jael.
Yeah. Wyoming. San Pedro Mountains mummy.
It's like a human, but much, much, much smaller.
So not scary. Not really a monster because it's dead and not coming back to life. But in 1932, two prospectors made an incredible find. The mummified remains of a seemingly fully grown adult human who just had to be slightly more than a foot tall. Ma petite. She's an actress. She was in American Horror Story. Very small woman. I don't know what kind of. I believe it's a form of dwarfism. I'm not exactly sure what the medical term is for it, but there's a medical condition, and it happens. And this was probably just someone who had that. Do you know any more monsters? Well, no, not if they're secret. Secret monsters, remember? Well,
most of this wasn't secret.
Yeah, not at all.
At least half of it wasn't.
Most of those were very, very known.
Yeah. Yeah, but we didn't either.
Yeah, most of these monsters, not monsters that I would have said were secret, but there were quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Well, 50. Yeah,
especially the one that's for our area. That's really,
yeah, I never knew that there were giant flying brains in Palos Verdes. That is definitely news to me.
Yeah, me too. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask my mom.
Yeah.
I don't know how far back the story goes. Wait, it wasn't that long ago, was it?
It was 2011.
When they saw the last sighting. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think that one's real.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty positive that it's just that remote control blimp.
Or one of his new play toys.
Yeah. But
that guy sounds like he's a lot of fun, and I'd like to be his friend.
Yeah.
And watch him take the drone out. That sounds cool.
Well, that's everything we got for you today. Like and subscribe below. Dislike if you dislike it. But remember, if you do dislike it, the giant flying brains are coming for you. Which giant flying brain would be pretty easy to kill because, the brain's very delicate.
Yeah.
And all it has is a giant eye in the middle. Again, a weak spot. It's got a giant glowing eye. Video game weak spot, like number 1, giant glowing eye.
Yeah.
Just punch it in his giant glowing eye. All right, everybody. Have a great night. And
nice hanging out with you again.
And the truth is out there.